Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. So as of late, Forza Horizon 5 has actually introduced some new to Forza cars that were requested by the community from the Forza Suggestion Hub. Recently, we've had cars like the new 2023 Nissan Z, the Lamborghini Cyan Roadster, just to name a few. Now, for those who may not be aware as to what the Suggestion Hub is, well, it's a Forza forum that allows players to request, suggest, and even vote for features or vehicles that we would like to see in Horizon 5, and it's the official place where the developers will look through and consider any of our suggestions. However, I also believe that requesting for features or cars right here on YouTube is just as important, as the amount of active users on Forza's Suggestion Hub is still quite low. Now, it's been around 5 months since the last time I did one of these videos, so the list of cars and the total amount of votes for each specific vehicle has certainly changed. So let's take a look at some of the highest voted cars we want in Forza Horizon 5, starting in reverse order. Number 9, the Toyota Chaser JZX 100. With a total of 519 votes, the Toyota Chaser is a vehicle that has not officially been featured in any modern racing games. We've seen this car in the first 2 Gran Turismo titles back on the PlayStation 1, a few Japanese racing games that were featured on the PlayStation 2, and that's really it. Sure, there are probably a few more games that I've missed here and there, but for a car like the JZX 100, which has a huge cult-like following within the JDM car scene, I'm quite surprised that Playground Games has not jumped at the opportunity at introducing this car in Forza Horizon 5, all with next generation graphics, kinda like how they did with the Nissan Pulsar GT-IR back in Horizon 4. I also must note that there are a few pre-tuned variants of this vehicle, like the Tom's X540 Chaser, which was seen in Gran Turismo 6 on the PlayStation 3, and also the TRD version with the huge rear spoiler that was only ever featured in Gran Turismo 2. Honestly, I would love for this car to be in Forza, and I know many of you would love it too. Number 8, the Toyota GR86. Currently sitting at 553 votes, it looks like the Horizon community loves Toyota, and rightfully so. Not only does Toyota have a huge catalogue of amazing old school cars from the past, but even their current GR lineup is quite amazing as well. Now, so far in Forza Horizon 5, the only Toyota GR vehicle we have is of course the Mark V Supra, which was very cool to see back in 2021. But I think in 2023, it's also time for the developers to start introducing some of the other Toyota GR cars too. The GR86 is a fast, nimble vehicle, not necessarily designed for straight line speed, but with a rally adventure map featuring roads that are much more suitable for lower horsepowered vehicles, a car like the GR86 would be perfect to now introduce in Forza Horizon 5. Number 7, the Gumpert Apollo. Standing at 554 votes, the Gumpert Apollo S has been featured in the Forza series before. More specifically, it was available as a DLC in Motorsport 3 and was included in both Motorsport 4 and the first Horizon game as standard. During those times, the Gumpert Apollo S was one of the fastest production cars you could drive, and after over a decade, despite already being featured in the franchise before, you guys seem to want this car back in Horizon 5. Now, an even more hardcore version of this car was also featured in the series, but only once in Horizon 1, and that is the Enraged model, where it boasts even more horsepower and weighs less too. But sadly, this car was a DLC exclusive, so even if you were to purchase Forza Horizon 1 now, you won't be able to get this car as the DLC has been delisted. I'm not sure if we will ever be that spoiled that we'll receive both of these variants in Horizon 5, but fingers crossed that we do at least get one Gumpert Apollo sometime in the future. Number 6, the Koenigsegg Gemera. With 555 votes, yes, the last few has been rather close at the time of making this video, the Gemera has only been featured in a handful of racing games, but the only AAA title it's currently in right now is The Crew 2, perhaps Forza Horizon's biggest rival period. Now, the last time we actually got a new to Forza Koenigsegg dates back to the end of 2020 with the Koenigsegg STO in Horizon 4. And since then, sure, you could argue that Koenigsegg as a manufacturer hasn't made many new vehicles, but it wouldn't hurt to introduce the Gemera into Horizon 5 after a 2-year Koenigsegg drought. This car in so many ways is much more unique compared to the other Koenigsegg's. It's their first car to feature an all-wheel drive drivetrain. It's also their first to introduce 4 seats, but overall I just love how this car looks. Right now you can drive this car on the Crew 2, but Playground Games, it would also be nice to have this in Horizon 5. Number 5, the Lamborghini Huracan STO. Sitting at 691 votes, for a long time the Huracan STO was nothing more but just a request from the community. Well, it has been leaked that this will be introduced into Forza Horizon 5 sometime in the future, as a couple months back some data miners found some very interesting files after a series update where scripts of dialogue were discovered talking about a new drag racing update which includes a Horizon story and some new cars. Not only that, with anti-lag and launch control now featured in Horizon 5, it makes these leaks even more viable. Now, the cars that were discovered in the leaked scripts included the Rimac Nevera, which of course was introduced in this month's update 19, and the other was a possible drag racing car, and of course the Lamborghini Huracan STO. I'm not sure what our obsession is with Lamborghini Huracans, as we do have quite a few different variants in Horizon 5, but honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing the STO. Number 4, the Mercedes AMG GT Black Series. With a total of 693 votes, this is honestly one of the cars I have always wanted Playground Games to bring into a Forza Horizon game ever since it was introduced, as the car looks like such a menace. The big rear wing, the huge long front, and the race-inspired body kit. The car looks phenomenal. Now, the last variant of this vehicle that was introduced into Horizon was of course the GTR, which dates back to Horizon 3, and with Playground Games featuring the Mercedes AMG 1 as their cover car for Horizon 5, I'm sure the developers have a great working relationship with Mercedes AMG, and if this is also a car the community wants as well, then I do hope we will see the AMG GT Black Series sometime down the line. Number 3, the Toyota GR Yaris. Currently sitting at 880 votes, this will not only be the second GR Toyota vehicle that the community is requesting for, but also the third Toyota on today's list. I mean, what more can I say about the GR Yaris? Built solely for homologation purposes with the World Rally Championships, this car is nothing but pure performance, packing around 280 brake horsepower from a tiny 1.6 litre turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. 0 to 60 can be achieved in around 5.3 seconds, which may not sound fast compared to some of the hypercars in Horizon 5, but put it in the world of rally adventure and this is where I believe the car will shine. Honestly, I would have suspected that Playground Games would actually feature this car in their second expansion because it would have been such a perfect fit for the DLC, but sadly, they didn't. And I seriously hope that not just the GR Yaris, but all 3 of the Toyotas in today's list will be featured in Horizon 5 at some point. Number 2, the McLaren SLR. With a huge total of 1,146 votes, the last time we saw this beast was back in Forza Horizon 2. Now, if you were also lucky enough to obtain yourself a developer's build of Forza Horizon 3, which was accidentally leaked by Playground Games after an update, you will also get a chance to drive that car in that game build too. But since then, the McLaren SLR is nowhere to be seen throughout the entire Forza franchise. I honestly have no idea why this is the case, as games like the Crew 2 and also Gran Turismo 7 does have the SLR featured in their racing title. And at this point, it honestly just feels like both Turn 10 and Playground Games have either forgotten or just plain ignoring the existence of the SLR. Well, luckily we are here to remind them that yes, we want this car back, and despite all the new to Forza cars that we could suggest and vote for, the SLR sits in second place, which should tell Playground Games something. Will we ever see this car back? Honestly, I don't know, but if the developers are listening, then I think they should do whatever it takes to introduce this car back into the franchise. And lastly, number 1, the Nissan Tsuru. Sitting at a huge lead at 3,578 votes, this car needs no introduction. It's one of those vehicles that has been around Mexico for decades. It's never changed shape. It's also an everyday car that you would actually see if you are visiting Mexico. And if Playground Games ever decide to bring this car into Horizon 5, despite them already mentioning this vehicle when writing an article about the new suggestion hub, Horizon 5 will become next level as it shows the developers acknowledging Mexico, everyday cars, and also the community as a whole. So there we have it, guys, 9 of the highest voted new to Forza cars that we would like to see in Horizon 5. Are there any that you guys would like to see? If so, write them down in the comment section below, as I do read all of your comments, guys. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, as it really does help me out. And of course, if you guys would like to stay up to date with everything Forza Horizon 5 related, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.